Hi, my name's Helen and this is my channel, Helen Mary Jo. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're returning, thank you. And if you're a house bell, hello. So, it's the video after the video with my sister Jackie, where I had my colours done. And it's been very interesting to see all the comments. Mostly positive, a few disagreeing, and of course the thing with this is that it's not a science, is it, as such? It's an opinion, really, and what some people say and see is different to what other people will see, and that is what is so fascinating, isn't it? It's like the number of people that said that Jackie was like my mum, and so many people said, my mum said, I don't think we look anything alike. So it is fascinating, I think. It's absolutely fascinating. And the other side of it is that I think I will take it certainly as a guideline. I will not abandon the colours that I love because I love those colours. And actually, I don't care if you see the colour before you see me. Many times I'd rather you saw the colour than me. But on the other hand, it has made me think. And I have certainly started to bear that in mind when I'm looking at things. I haven't got my swatch yet. That's coming today, actually. And that will be very, very interesting. And I will be using that as a kind of an aid. But because I normally buy things online, that is obviously more difficult because the colours aren't always true, but you can get a good idea, I think. So, yeah, thank you as ever for all your comments. Jackie has found it quite overwhelming, which is natural really, because I've been doing this for over 2 years now, which, as I've said before, is crackers, but I have. And so I've kind of got used to opening my life online, and Jackie's a very private person, so for her it was a big step outside of her comfort zone. But as I said to her, well, if you want to, if you want to do this as a business, then you have to step outside of your comfort zone, which she obviously recognises too. She's a very talented lady and I am sure she'll do well. I think the only thing that might restrict her is the fact that she is on the Isle of Wight, and obviously as far as travelling to appointments goes, that's more challenging. But yeah, it was really good and has influenced today. So before I get to that, I just wanted to, I know I said we were going on a little caravan break, and I also mentioned the situation that we had with people in our kind of extended connected family. Don't want to say more than that really. My sister-in-law sadly passed away last Sunday after a week of up and down, and she was 89, so it's very sad. Obviously it's not tragic, but it's very, very sad. Of course it's sad, and it's also the kind of end of an era, because Rob's from a huge family, as you know. He's one of 10, and believe it or not, I'm the next sister-in-law down, because others have already passed away in between that one and the others. So it's a little bit scary, isn't it? You never want to be next in line for that. But I'm fighting fit and hoping that it stays that way for some time to come. So yeah, so we were going to go away, and then there was a turn of events, which meant that we were actually halfway to going where we were going, and I had to turn around at the next roundabout and come home. So our neighbours must have wondered what on earth was going on. I don't think they know yet what happened. They probably thought we had a massive row or something. Well, they wouldn't be wrong, but it wasn't why we turned around. So, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I think today, weather forecast incoming, is the last really beautiful day of this summer. We might get a little bit down the line, but just hold on, the phone's ringing now. Sorry about that. It's just Rob. He's got strict instructions that when he's on his way home from walking the dog, he has to ring me in case I want anything at the shop. So he often forgets, but when he does remember, I don't like to not answer the phone because then he'll think, well, why do I bother ringing? So, so we had to come home, bit of an emergency. We're still in the situation. It's not resolved. And I can't say more than that, but that's family. And you have to do what you have to do, don't you? So it's all fine. It's all fine. And I was disappointed. I'm not going to say I wasn't disappointed because I was actually really looking forward to it. And I'm getting so good now at towing the caravan. Self-praise is no praise, as my mother always tells me. But I'm feeling ever more confident with it. So that's good. So that makes me braver to go further afield. So I think that was it for as far as kind of updates go. So today's video, Helen, get on with it. I know some of you have already turned off, I expect, but so I'm doing a totally new brand to me today, and that's Ghost. And basically what happened was I was in John Lewis and I saw this shirt in the sale, of course, from Ghost, because their clothes are quite high end, and I really, really liked it. And interestingly enough, they had it in ivory and they had it in orange, and I would have always picked the ivory, but I thought, no, wear some no Helen, wear some colour. So I did. So I picked up the shirt in the orange, and then I had a look at the Ghost website to see, and they had the matching skirt. So then, of course, I looked more at the Ghost website and found some more items very heavily reduced in their sale. And so I am going to try those on as well. They're such lovely quality, their things. And I will link them if I can. But obviously the trouble with sale items is often they are gone. But I'll do what I can. And, you know, I would always say that to you. And I have said it before. If you find something in John Lewis or on Next or even Marks and Spencer's when it's brands and they haven't got what you want, then just look for that on Google, because in actual fact, the shirt was cheaper on the Ghost website than it would have been on the John Lewis website. But they're never knowingly undersold. Hadn't come back then, because as you probably are aware, it has come back now, although it is slightly different. And also they didn't have my size. So the never knowingly undersold promise of John Lewis is only valid if the actual item is available in your size, because I have checked that before. So anyway, enough rabbiting on. I have got something else to tell you. I'll tell you in the middle of filming. So I'm going to go and try on the first orange outfit and see how we get on. I've got no idea what it will look like. It's different for me, but it's very holiday, hot summer day outfit. But as nearly all of you will know, I'm going on a Caribbean cruise, and whilst that's only for 2 weeks of my life, this is something that if it looks wonderful, I will keep for hot holidays. So this is the first outfit. This is the blouse that I mentioned that I got actually from John Lewis, and it's a lovely orange. It's, I think you'd call it a burnt orange. It's not kind of a garish, it's not fluorescent orange. It's a lovely orange. The more you say orange, the more ridiculous it sounds. And it's actually, these are actually silver and gold. So whilst I put gold on with it, yellow gold, you could actually wear silver with it if you wanted to. And I know that gold came out as my metal of preference, but I've got so much white, gold and silver, I will carry on wearing those. I mean, I'm not mad. So this was, I think this was 35 reduced from like 70. And the skirt was just £23.50. Now, I'm not sure about it, and it's another one of those that I'll decide in the video, but equally, you know, as we talked about with what I call my Caribbean green suit, it's versatile to have the two pieces, because obviously I could wear this with white trousers and I could wear the skirt with a white top. So I'll show you, obviously, I'm going to show you the full length. It is washable, and it's kind of, although it's, what would you call it? It's kind of a classic, it's kind of an ethnic look, I suppose you'd say. So I think, you know, this kind of look has been going around forever. I mean, that can tie up, but I prefer it open. So I've just put the gold Gabor sandals on with it. It's got a nice flow to it, hasn't it? It's long. This is an 18 and this is a large. Or is this a, I'm saying it's an 18. It's, no, a 16 actually. And it's plenty big enough. It's elastic with a pull cord here to make it tighter. So, yeah, it's fun, isn't it? I think, so what's it cost me altogether? 34 and 23, so 57 for a top and bottom that would have cost over £100. So not that that's the reason to keep it, but you know, if you're in two minds, if it's a bargain, it helps, doesn't it, girls? So, as I've said before, I used to make skirts like this all the time with this kind of peplum. And, not peplum, is that not the right word, is it? Anyway, with this kind of top and then gathered on bottom, you can make them in no time at all. So, that's number one. Just show you this out so you can see the length. It's a good length, but it's just straight around, so. But nice, again, that would be nice with white shorts, wouldn't it? I mean, obviously it looks, you have to tuck it in with this skirt, but look nice with white linen trousers or white shorts. So it does give you another look, and I think this would look equally nice. I honestly will make the decision when I look at the video, because right now I couldn't tell you if I'm going to keep it or not. So that's outfit number one. I've actually got an orange based dress to put on as well. Now I'm not sure how that's going to be, because I think it's much more fitted, and I got the dress in, well, I did get that in an 18, so that should be all right, but it might be a bit cling-tastic. So we'll see. No worries on the cling-tastic front, it's not clingy at all. So, oh, I meant to check, I think it's probably viscose. It feels like viscose, let me just check. Yeah, 100% viscose, but it is washable. So the thing I'm not sure about is this high neck, and I quite like this ruching though, on the bust. Lovely colours, aren't they? So cheerful. So it's got this orange, then a kind of more like a tangerine, I suppose, with black. But this was £51.60. This would have been over £100, probably about £130 to buy. It's got pretty little sleeve, nice length. Again, I will decide when I see it on camera. I have put a slip under it because I've got black knickers on, and but you would need nude underwear, but that's fine, not a problem. Got a nice lot of fabric in the skirt, I have to say. It's very Ghost. Ghost is very much about the bias cut, and I do think it gives a very flattering hemline to this dress. So you could easily dress this up with heels, for sure. And I am going to go to Primark actually, and I want to get a big gold bangle for just a few quid, because you know, it's just a bit of fun costume jewellery and probably some heavy gold earrings. But when I say heavy, I mean big, I don't mean heavy. There was a lady on the TV the other day and she was doing some modelling. I won't go into more detail, but goodness me, they put her in these earrings and her earlobe was dragging down here. It looked awful, and I don't know why they left them on her. I don't know what they were thinking. I mean, the camera quickly cut away, but it was like, I mean, I can't even pull my ear down like that, but you know, she was an older lady. It looked flipping awful. So I don't want heavy earrings because they hurt apart from anything else, but just kind of quite a bold statement. So as you know, I love Munir's jewellery. I wear it all the time, but for this particular thing, I want something really dramatic. So yes, that is fixed. That gathering there is fixed, so it's not elasticated, and I just popped it on over my head. It is just a slip over. It doesn't have any zips, but it's a nice cheerful dress, isn't it? And it is a bit different to anything I've got, but again, I'll decide when I see the camera. So right, the next two pieces aren't so summery. You'll be glad to know, all of you people that are just heading into autumn and winter in this country without the luxury, which I know I'm very lucky to have, of a hot holiday. But as I say, you know, if you buy it now in the sales, you've got it for next summer, which will be round before we know it, as usual. This is that yoga t-shirt, Jaeger. This is that Jaeger t-shirt that I showed you before, 1 top 3 skirts. I put it on back to front. I actually quite like it back to front. And I've got on this skirt, which is £38, and this is an A18 as well. This is again very Ghost. Ghost are very much about kind of flowing fabrics, fabric cuts on the bias, so they get that movement, and I think it's rather lovely actually. I am very tempted, but I just don't really go out very often. So where I'm going to be wearing all these fancy clothes, I don't know. This is 100% viscose as well, but it's very different fabric. It's heavy, and it's really nice fabric actually. You'd never believe this was viscose, but it's a snakeskin print and it's shiny. So as I say, this would have been over £70, probably £75. I've got it on with heels, but you could equally wear this with a chunky jumper and boots. But the movement in it is really, really lovely, don't you think? It's kind of got this top piece here, which goes down to a point, and then it's got the seam, and each piece is cut on the bias so that you get that lovely movement in the fabric. And I think that is, you know, it's a bit different, isn't it? It gives you, I mean, a whole look. And as I say, I would happily wear this with a black jumper too. I mean, look at that fabric. I think that's lovely. Really lovely. You could wear this, you know, with just a white t-shirt and a black jacket. I think that's a keeper. But I will decide, I mean, I am a bit aware of the old Tomtastic going on here, but you know what, shoot me. I've got a belly, I've had 3 kids, I've had too much food. That's life. So what have I got left? Oh, some trousers, which I think I might have to wear stilts with because they're so long, or they look so long. I mean, I'm very dubious about the trousers, but they are a beautiful fabric, and if they fit, they'll be an absolute bargain. And I think I'll probably try those on with this because they're very, very smart. So I'll do that now. So these trousers are lovely. They're a satin back crepe. They are 100% viscose as well. So it just shows you that with the technology nowadays, how they can make different fabrics feel and look so different now. They are so long. But you know, one of my sisters is 6 foot, one of them is 5'10", the other two are 5'8", 5'9", I think. I'm 5'6", so it's a lot easier to shorten a trouser than it is to lengthen them, that's for sure. So although it's a pain in the what's it, it's fine. These are, I think these are one of the nicest pairs of, I guess you'd call them palazzo pants, but I think they're very flattering. They've got the side zip, invisible zip. And as I say, these were reduced to £35.50, and I think these would have been the best part of £100, and they feel like £100 trousers. Now they're a little bit hard for me to show you because they are so long, but I put the highest heels that I've got handy on, and they're still about 3 inches too long. And I would wear heels with these because I've got short legs, long body, short legs, ideal for swimming. And I've got the feet of a ballerina. I know you're thinking, give them back, but I've got a really, really high instep. And apparently that's perfect for being a ballerina, and a long body and short legs is perfect for being a swimmer. So maybe I should have done synchronized swimming. Anyway, Helen, shush. So I'll show you these now. But as I say, it's a little bit difficult because they are so long, but I think you'll agree. And I think I will definitely keep these and shorten them. It is hard, as I say. I mean, what I'll do is I'll get Katie or Rob to pin them up and then judge. But I just like the way they fall away here. And I think they're lovely. But with the length, it's very, very hard to tell. They are, as I say, they're about probably 4 or 5 inches too long. But they're a beautiful fabric, a real evening trouser these are. But again, you know, you could wear them in the daytime with a chunky jumper. So that's the trousers. They feel so nice, honestly. They really do. They fit so well. I mean, they're a little bit loose, but you know, nothing to worry about. Better than being tight. Off me on the hanger, the crotch looks about this long, but they're perfect. So that's the trousers, and now I've just got one shirt left to show you. But the thing I was going to mention at the beginning, where I thought I talked too long, was about Duns. So, you know, I had all the problem with Asda not acknowledging the return and so on and so forth. So I did a chargeback on my credit card. So they basically refund you, and then they take it up with the retailer, and then the retailer has to defend it if they think that it's wrong. So that's their argument now. So I'll wait and hear from them. And then I returned the Duns store parcel. I did make a mistake. It was my fault. Hands up. I returned the items that I didn't want to their Dublin address, and I should have used their Northern Ireland address. And they were stuck in customs. I sent them back on the 10th of August, and we're now on the 19th of September, I think, something like that. And it said they were coming back to me. So I got in touch with Duns, and they said, that's fine, just send them back to us via Northern Ireland, we'll refund you. And then suddenly I got a refund from Duns. So I don't know what happened there, but I'm glad it's done, no pun. And hopefully they will, if I order from them again, I would be sure to return it to Northern Ireland. So that was my mistake. But Duns stores have been excellent in refunding me, even though I was the one that made a mistake. So I've just got a little blouse to show you now that's not anything major, but I'll try it on and show you. And finally, it's this cotton blouse. Now this was $34.50, so it would have been probably £70 or more. It's 100% cotton, and I really, really like it. It's different colours for me, as you know, but I think it looks like a really good quality blouse. It's got these 3 tucks on the sleeve here, a nice wide comfortable sleeve, collar, button through. I've just popped I've got my shorts on because last day of summer and all that, and I really like it. I think the colour's really soft for me, and I think it's a versatile shirt. It's a good length. So it's a 16, this one. XL for them is a 16, XXL is an 18. And I think it fits really nicely. Anyway, I know you'll let me know what you think, but yeah, I mean, I really, really like it. Really like it. It feels quality. So that is the end of my ghost haul in my haul. First time I've ever ordered anything from Ghost, to be honest with you, because like I say, they are quite pricey, and also they tend to be quite figure skimming. So I've always avoided them, if the truth be told. So I'm not sure what I'm going to keep out of this lot, but I'll watch the video, you will comment, and I will decide. So that's it from me for now. Not sure what I'm doing next. I've got some sewing to do, I've got some cooking to do, and I got some bits in a charity shop, which is also a first for me. So I will get my act together and put those together for you and see where we go from there. I have filmed this as a PS because I'm hoping against hope that I wouldn't have needed to post this, which doesn't make too much sense, because if I didn't need to post this, you wouldn't be seeing it because I would have edited the film there. But the fact that you're seeing this means that this poor family is still being tortured. Now, I don't make a habit of this, and I can't make a habit of this for obvious reasons, but I've looked at this story and I just put myself in that family's shoes. Now, as a young man called Jack, I've actually got a nephew called Jack, so, you know, all those things just bring it closer to home, don't they? So this young chap, Jack O'Sullivan, he disappeared in Bristol on the night of the 2nd of March, and his family are desperately trying to draw attention to their plight, and their campaign on Instagram is hashtag find Jack. They've got a £20,000 reward if anything can lead directly to the whereabouts of this chap, and they are desperate, as you would be. Imagine your son just disappearing overnight. So if you can take the time, I will put the link in the description box. But if you know anything, or if you're in the Bristol area and your mind can go back, I mean, it's a long time ago now, the 2nd of March, but I just can't imagine. So I was asked by a regular viewer, subscriber, if I could lend my voice, my tiny little voice, and I obviously was touched by this story, and if I can add anything to the campaign, obviously I will. So find Jack O'Sullivan, who disappeared on the 2nd of March. He was at Bristol University, and it's terribly, terribly sad. So I hope you don't mind me bringing this to your attention, but, you know, if you have a voice, you have to use it. So thank you very much.